Hello everybody. GRE Reading Comprehension. This is the section that a lot of students have trouble with. So in this video, I want to quickly introduce you to the top 3 tips and strategies when it comes to answering your reading comprehension passages effectively. The first thing that I want to tell you, and I think this is very important, GRE Reading Comprehension is not about speed reading. It's not about racing to the finish line and how fast you can read. Yes, there is a ticking clock. You do not have a lot of time that you can spend per reading comprehension question. But that doesn't mean that when preparing for the GRE, you work on reading 70 words a minute, 100 words a minute, 120 words a minute, whatever it is. There are a lot of speed reading techniques that are out there. Don't read every word consciously. Let your peripheral vision do some of the job, etc. But when you focus on speed reading, and this is a problem especially faced by non-native English speakers, if we try to speed up the speed with which we are reading a passage, then understanding the passage goes out the window. We are no longer focused on understanding, and therefore we have trouble processing the information. You might finish reading the passage super quickly in like 25 seconds, and then you'll be like, wait, what was this passage about? What did I just read? I have no clue. So if you focus on speed reading just for the sake of time management, you're not going to actually be able to answer your questions effectively. You look at the question and you'll have no clue what the question is testing you on or which part of the passage you have to look at. So what will you do? You will end up reading the passage again. That means speed reading is more of a handicap than a strategy for most test takers. Because in an effort to save time, you're actually reading the passage multiple times and wasting time. So what you should do when you're reading a passage is not focus on your speed, but focus on your ability to understand the information, understand what's happening in the passage. Questions test you on your ability to process the information. Not just the facts and data that's given in the passage, but even the author's line of reasoning and thought process. How can we grasp all of that? By doing speed reading. So if you have come across speed reading strategies while preparing for your GRE, then don't rely on it. You probably want to focus on strategies that maximize your ability to understand, on being a smart reader rather than a fast reader. A second strategy that is particularly helpful in your ability to understand the passage is to check out the question stem first. If you know what the question is testing, then that allows you to have some sort of a tunnel vision, in the sense that you have to focus on understanding the passage, but all your energies can be spent on focusing the relevant parts of the passage, the parts that are tested in your question. Don't spend too much time on the question. Definitely don't read the question and then just scan for a keyword and try to answer. You might make mistakes when you're answering that way. Read the question as a way to set the perspective for you when you read the passage. When you prepare for reading comprehension in detail, you will realize that certain types of questions follow a certain type of a passage, test on certain kinds of understanding in the passage. So if you learn your question specific strategies, looking at your question stem will allow you to say, oh, so this is the kind of passage that I'm looking at, and therefore have that perspective that helps you process information, relevant information, better. My third and final strategy is to have an error log. If we just randomly say, yeah, I have a 70% accuracy in RC without thinking about why, in one set of questions you might have a 70% accuracy, in the next set of questions you might end up with just a 10% accuracy. And you have no clue. What would have happened to cause this fluctuation in accuracy is you might have a weak area or two. When you had that 70% accuracy, the number of questions that tested you in your weak area would have been fewer than when you had a 10% accuracy. It is not that RC is subjective or your mood was not in the right place for answering RC or anything of those subjective reasons we assign. It is just that we have a flaw, we have a gap in our learning. By not doing the analysis, we have no clue what that gap is, and therefore no clue why the accuracy fluctuates or how to improve it consistently. If you know that this is one question type is what I have a problem with, and especially for this reason, then that allows you to come up with a course correction. So let's summarize that. Don't focus on speed reading. You want to be a smart reader, not a fast reader. Check out the question stem first so that it helps you set the perspective and gain the right understanding from the passage. And absolutely keep an error log so that you are able to monitor why and how you are making mistakes and improve on it. There are a lot more strategies that will come in handy when answering reading comprehension questions effectively, especially what sort of question tests you on what to look for in the correct answer, what to look for in the incorrect answer, and so on. These are simply the 3 most common mistakes that I have seen students make, and therefore the top 3 strategies that will help you scale up your accuracy and set the correct mindset when it comes to preparing for reading comprehension. For a more detailed discussion of the strategies, what you can do is register for a free session with us. There is a session coming up just a few days from today, from the publishing date of this video. So please use this link to sign up for a demo class, and we can talk about reading comprehension in a lot more detail. Wizako will be organizing very regular demo sessions, free classes. So even if you don't see this video right after it's published, there is very likely a demo session around the corner. So use this link, you can sign up for a session, you can interact with us and get to learn more about reading comprehension.